It is oddly peculiar how the condition of the city of Milwaukee has remained the same all these years. You can and have been able to see the residual side effects of racism, bigotry, and the unequal distribution of wealth and resources for decades in this region. Mary Arm's interview with UWM is a prime example. Through the telling of her story, we can see how the past lives through the present and builds the foundation for the future. I related to her struggle of feeling like an outsider, an artist, and an intellectual. Her thoughts on education really intrigued me. She seemed heavily involved in the process of changing education in Milwaukee through her participation in the Freedom School.
And I did some college. I was one of those college bums that went to school and just was there. I didn't know which direction I wanted to go into. I was an artist. I draw, and I was born like that. And I won a lot of scholarships. And I was the only black child there. And I was the little girl that hung around. No one paid attention to, but I was always there watching things. And you know, I was never prejudiced, you know, because I had white and black friends that all my life, but I just knew what they were doing, you know, and it was not right.
Although Mary Arms made strides in improving education in Milwaukee with things like the Freedom School, not everything has changed. I still see the same types of profiling by the police that happened in her time happening in real time in the city. It disgusted me to hear not only what the civilians of Milwaukee, but also the Milwaukee Police Department had done to her as well.
The Eagles Club, that's my first time ever seeing the Ku Klux Klan. Despite all I went through in Mississippi, was the first time I saw the Klan. They were marching against us across the street on Wisconsin Avenue. Oh, they were rough. Get spit on, called names. Never heard so many nigger, all, and that, you know, just trying to contain yourself so you won't run out after someone, because you're looking right at them and they're calling your names and spitting at you and come breaking at you, and someone had to hold them back, you know, or the police stand in front of them, and they're throwing things, bricks, bottles, anything they can get their hands on. They're throwing them at kids. The police would not protect us. They would let people come in the line and do things, you know, so we needed protection, so. And the other big, great fear I felt was when we got back to the Freedom House and the police burned that down. I was in there that night. That was really scary. And I never would. You know, when people said, "Please can't do that," please, I'd be the first one to tell them, don't ever say what they can't do. Because they did some things to us as kids.
The issue of racism persists in this city through underfunded and underrepresented school systems and the skewed attitudes held by people in power.